friends, and welcome to another edition of the latest edition, where I bring you the latest edition of the big issue. So this edition is number 751, and it's a big festive edition with all the vendor issues in it. So that's always a popular edition. Now, some of you might be that certainly have been around the big issue a while will probably notice that we didn't do or the big issue didn't do the kids Christmas cover competition this year. Yeah, I did inquire about that and have been told that the decision was made not to do it this year because they weren't really getting many entries in, and weren't getting many entries in, and kids aren't really sort of thinking about Christmas much in October, so which is when they were after the submissions. But anyway, hopefully, maybe in the future they might bring the cover competition back. So, certainly for who knows, for maybe the birthday, for the 30th one, anniversary, perhaps for next year if they do a special for that. But yeah, anyway, let's get on board. So first up, we have the usual staffing list and intro to the big issue. We've also got our editorials there. So, as you guys would have known, Amy, who was our editor, has left for bigger and better things for her. So that's great. So we've got the lovely Eliza doing the editorials letter this week, who's the acting editor for now. So yeah, congrats Eliza if you're watching. But yeah, all good. So we've also got our vendor profile this edition is Ben from Brisbane. So he sells at Woolworths Metro and corner of Tank and George Streets in Brisbane. So if you're nearby, go say g'day to Ben and get a copy of the big issue. And this time of year, the calendar. So we've got the usual hearsay, which is a popular section, and 20 questions. We've also got my word about Christmas. So yeah, here's what this edition is really comes to all about. So yeah, all the big issues. So it starts off with New South Wales, and then there we've got the team from New South Wales, from Sydney. Some of the other vendors as well. And we've got some other people as well from Newcastle. And then we've got Queensland. And they've got the team from Brisbane. Including Jim, lovely Jim here. He's used to sell in Melbourne. Lovely vendor. So if you see Jim around, definitely go say g'day. And then we've got I do like the Laura. Look at that Laura Kate. That's so cute. I love the graphics. So cool. And then we've got the state of Victoria, different vendors, and then some of the team and crew from Victoria, which is awesome. So some of you will know I'm actually based in Victoria and wondering if I put anything in this year. I certainly did. So it's on, if you're interested, it's on page 16, and you'll see here, this one here. Feel free to pause that if you wanted to read that, or actually get a copy of the edition yourself. We also got the ACT. I like the strawberry. And the team from Canberra. Or is it Canberra? Is that the or is it the South? Oh, it's from the Canberra team. No, I also got confused because we've got here South Australia. So Yeah, we've got the South Australia people, vendors, submissions. I like the look of. I like the passion fruit. That's pretty cool. Yeah, and what we got here? These guys. Oh yeah, these guys are from South Australia, and we've got Western Australia, and the team from Perth. There we go. Yeah, team from Perth. And so for the letter to the younger self, this edition is Jimmy Barnes. So yeah, definitely good if you're into Jimmy Barnes or Cold Chisel. So yeah, one of my favorite sections of the big issue, the big picture. Um, yeah, so this is about so yeah, about the Romania's bear dancers. So yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, no, I like the big picture section because I find you can learn a lot about the things that are going on in the world. Like, you wouldn't have even heard of this sort of thing before, and there's all the other things that have gone on as well that have been in the big picture. Like the one from last week where I didn't even know that there was like a animal comedy photo competition thing. So that's been good. So I got here an article by Michael Black, who speaks in the Big Issue classroom in Melbourne. And yeah, he's written an article here. And we've got here an article here from Marion, who is also a Big Issue vendor in Melbourne. Yeah. Yeah, if you're into getting your school involved in the classroom, it's definitely worth getting into. Amount of hey, so I've got the big pics here. Amount of times I bump into kids doing like schoolies doing the big the classroom doing the treasure hunt. It's yeah. So I got film section. Yes, no, one of the things that they have to do is um actually go up to a vendor and I think it's take a photo of a vendor with a vendor. That's interesting. So I've got books as well as a few other things. I'm not too sure what is on that treasure hunt list, but yeah. And we've got music section this fortnight. We've got Queen. I do like their songs. What an absolute icon Freddie Mercury is. Absolute legend. And then we've got film, music, Wham. Absolute, I like Wham. I reckon if I grew up in the 80s, they would have been my favourite band, to be honest. Unfortunately, I'm a bit too late for that. I mean, I was in the 80s, but unfortunately, I wasn't born until 87. So, but anyway, this edition's recipe is quite festive. It is hazelnut pavlovas, which look really yum. Yeah. We've got we've got puzzles and you'll say. Always room for ads, more puzzles or crossword, and the answers. And then a public service announcement. And then, of course, one of the partners, the Body Shop. Get on board for Christmas gifts from the Body Shop. Especially if you're in Melbourne, get on over to Body Shop Emporium. Yeah, the team there are so lovely. So friendly, and they know their stuff. So, yeah. And then, of course, we've also got the 2026 calendars. So with Christmas next week, it's always a good idea for yeah, Christmas present, or perhaps something for the office or back of the toilet door, or maybe like what I do and put it in my kitchen pantry, so that whenever I open up the pantry for breakfast cereal or whatever, I'm looking at the calendar and what I need to do for the day. But yeah, and also yeah, so that's the latest edition. Also shout out to I can't remember the name of the vendor that's on the front, but I'm sure it will come to me. But yeah, kudos to you, champ. Yeah, and sorry this edition of the latest edition has come out a bit late. The latest edition did actually come out on Monday last week, as opposed to like Friday a few days before. Yeah, the next edition will be out Boxing Day. And if the last few years have been anything to go by, it will probably be the year in review edition, which should then lead us into mid-January, which will be back to normal, new editions being out on Friday. But anyway, I hope everyone has a good Christmas and stay safe. Don't be an idiot, and yeah, awesome. Stay rad, and hope to see you around soon.